Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin and welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Once again, quite a lot of interesting topics to talk about. We start things off from here, but before we do all of that, ladies and gentlemen, like always, smash the like button as soon as you've got in here and you're watching this. Smash the like button. Let's get to 500 likes. I think that would be sensational. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. Let's get to 37,000 subscribers. And if you're here also on a regular and you don't have the notification on, make sure you have the notification on as well, so you're up to date with all my content. Okay, let's get cracking on, ladies and gentlemen. Jamie Carragher. You guys remember before the start of the season, Jamie Carragher had quite a bit of interesting things to say about Chelsea, saying that, we could be in trouble. There's a lot of players, don't worry about them having enough game time, or are they going to be able to play in their right position, this, that, the other? Are they going to have space in the dressing room? This is what Jamie Carragher was talking about. He was mocking Chelsea and all the players that we were getting, and he was sort of bemused by why are all of these young players wanting to join Chelsea. And now all of a sudden, Jamie Carragher has changed the tune of his conversation, and it goes something like this. To be honest, I have been proven wrong a bit with Chelsea this season. I didn't see this. This was said in the overlap. And then he further goes on to say, I think the manager Enzo Maresca has done a brilliant job. I thought it would be chopping and changing of players, and there was talk about leaving players out of the start of the season, but you go to a Chelsea game and you almost know what the team is. This is fantastic. And he's right. I mean, look, recent times I've had some comments on my videos or live streams or whatever, and they're like, is this a Chelsea fan channel or is this a Maresca fan channel? I don't know what you guys really want. It's very difficult to heavily criticize a manager when we are literally sitting third on the Premier League table after this recent international break, and this is going to be the last international break until next year around April. I Look, there is some form of criticism. I'm not going to lie, and we're going to talk about that. I know I haven't been able to do a live stream soon, but hopefully as the weekend is upon us, we're going to be able to talk about a lot of the things in detail. One of the things that I do want to criticize Enzo Maresca on is maybe he's a little bit too conservative. But besides that, what are we actually going to go out there and criticize Enzo Maresca on about? He's managed the team very well. He's been quite ruthless in his conversation in the press conference. He's been quite straightforward in providing reasons as to why he's leaving certain players out, whether it's tactically, whether it's from an attitude point of view, whether they're not training. I mean, and look at the way we're set up. We are far better set up than last season. Last season, I kid you not, every game was a basketball game. Every single game, we didn't seem to have any control. At least this season, there seems to be some level of control. There seems to be some level of structure. Our attack seems to have some level of, cohesion. Whereas last season was a lot of individuals that were doing the good. This season, you can see the team coming together. Yes, it's still a work in progress. It's nowhere near complete as yet, and that's absolutely understandable because the new managers only arrived not that long ago. And of course, there's a little bit of criticism in terms of whether his in-game management, substitutions, this, that, the other. But overall, it's very difficult to sit here and absolutely bash Enzo Maresca. And the pundits are coming out and saying the same thing as well. They're saying that he's doing a good job. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to see that people that doubted Enzo Maresca are now thinking otherwise. Me personally, it's not the fact that I doubted Maresca when we got him. It was more the fact that I had my eyes set on a different type of a manager. But now that he's here and we've seen the level of football that we are playing, honestly, I'm fully on board. I am fully on board, and I want to see what happens, especially after the international break. I'm quite excited about our squad. Yes, there are certain players that probably don't belong and they need to be moved on, but I'm very excited what Enzo Maresca is going to do with this. And as I said, some interesting moments coming up after the international break. Ian Wright on Enzo Maresca. I do like the way the manager has blasted people out. He's gone bam, ruthless. This is what I'm doing. I'm going with this, and you are starting to see it, especially with Caicedo and Lavia in midfield. The front four look like they could go. It's just that defense. Yeah, look, I agree. Defensively is something that is probably got Enzo Maresca playing with the handbrakes on. I truly do think if we had Virgil van Dijk, Konate type of defenders, or even Magalhaes or Saliba type of defenders right now, I think Enzo Maresca would be a little bit more expansive about his game. The fact that we have defenders that don't seem to show any exuberance in terms of quality defending, I think this is why sometimes we're a little bit conservative. But as I said, we want to talk about that in details in the upcoming streams that we're going to do over the weekend. But yeah, and right, I agree with him. That Enzo Maresca has so far done really, really well. Now, next up, a lot of conversation in regards to the goalkeeper over the last 24 to 48 hours, support and also stats that are shocking against Sanchez. So there's support from Maresca, and there always have been support from Maresca in regards to Robert Sanchez. Stats, however, say otherwise. Robert Green on Maresca's support of Robert Sanchez. If it becomes intolerable in the stadium, if it gets worse, is it the hill Maresca is willing to die on? And look, there is some level of point here from Robert Green, because if we down the track, especially the games that are coming up after the international break, there are some favorable fixtures. And if we drop points because of our goalkeeper doing some madness, the fans are going to be on not only Sanchez's case, but on Maresca's case as well, because Maresca seems to be backing this goalkeeper. And Maresca has said it repeatedly. I want him to operate the exact way that he's been operating. Now, if that causes a mistake, that's on me, Mr. Maresca. That's what he's saying. Fans, as Robert Green is saying, they might be patient now, but push the buttons long enough, they may not be patient. So I want to watch out for. Look, equally, when Sanchez does help to secure victories for us, I think we should be able to praise as well. As I said, I think long-term, Sanchez is definitely not a Chelsea-level goalkeeper to hold the number one position. There comes a point where the crowds speak. The fans can start pointing the fingers at him for making the decision. If it starts to affect Sanchez's game, it is a really hard thing to turn around. You both have to be pretty stubborn to carry on. We shall see. We shall see if Jorgensen gets an opportunity to start in the Premier League down the track or not. It is a good point. Robert Sanchez has the backing of the hierarchy and head coach Enzo Maresca, who consistently sticks up for him in press conferences. There is certainly some evidence to show why. This is coming from Simon Johnson. Yeah, there is. He's apparently one of the top-ranking goalkeepers in terms of shot-saving percentage, but he's also one of the top-ranking, he is the most top-ranked goalkeeper with the errors leading up to a goal. So he's a good shot stopper, but he's also creating errors. And it's almost as if his good work is getting cancelled out by himself, which, ultimately hurts us. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Reece James was asked what he would like his legacy at Chelsea to be. I want to leave as a legend. This is fantastic. Look, some may say that maybe he is a legend already because of the Champions League that he won with us. But look, me personally, I don't think he's a legend as yet. He hasn't played enough for Chelsea, which is the crazy part. He's always been injured, especially for the past 4 seasons, minimum 3 to 4 seasons. He's been injured quite heavily. Look, I say win a Premier League with Chelsea and you probably become a legend on top of the Champions League you've already won. I like that aspiration. I like that ambition. Hopefully he can achieve that. Hopefully he can win a Premier League for Chelsea Football Club. It's been a while since Antonio Conte days. Yeah, man. Look, if he can lead Chelsea as a captain to win us a Premier League again, I think that's when he can become a legend. Once he leaves, he'll definitely be looked as a legend. Right now, I don't know if he's got that legendary status as yet. Let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section, if you think he's a legend already or he does need that Premier League medal before we can brand him as a legend. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, PSG source on Nkunku. He checks a lot of the boxes. He suits our new project. He's French. He's developed in Paris as a collective mindset. Is versatile and still young. Look, Nkunku's time at Chelsea, unfortunately, it's not looking good. Once again, I reiterate, after the international break, we've got a lot of favourable fixtures. We've got a lot of fixtures, up until the end of January, during that Christmas period. I'm sure he's going to be utilised. What he does in those situations, how he performs in those situations is what's going to count the most. If he can grab his opportunities, both hands, and really capitalize on the opportunities given to him, then I'm sure he can make a case for staying at Chelsea Football Club. But right now, look, he's not going to play second fiddle and perform in the Conference League and be sometimes an unused substitute in the Premier League. He wants to play in the Premier League, and his position is now well and truly with Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson by far has pipped him. It's up to him if he wants to work out. I believe he's not even starting for France at the moment. I think that's the latest. Let me just have a look at the score again. I want to talk about the English national team as well down there. Wow, they've scored 3 now. That's incredible, England. So I will talk about that down the track. But in regards to France lineup, yeah, he's definitely not started. Moani has started up front. Let me see if he's come on as well. Christopher Nkunku's on the 71st minute, so we shall see how he plays. But look, he doesn't start for France either, so I'm pretty sure he'll be concerned about his future, that if he's not getting the right minutes at Chelsea, it's affecting his international career as well. So look, I think France might be the place to go. Go back to the Liga, go to PSG, go to whoever down there, and get your career back on track. I just feel like his time at Chelsea Football Club might just be coming to an end, which is sad. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, Crystal Palace have approached Chelsea with interest in signing out-of-favour winger Mykhailo Mudryk on loan in January. Look, Maresca has said this player still has problems defensively. Off the ball, there's still problems. Look, if you're not anywhere near of the caliber of Pedro Neto, then I'm sorry. I can't truly take you seriously for Chelsea Football Club. And he's one of those wingers. There are certain things he does really well on the ball. There are certain things that he doesn't do good on the ball. And then there's definitely flaws off the ball. So has he improved a little bit? I think he has under Enzo Maresca. Can he perhaps become the player that we hope he can be one day? I don't know. Maybe not. I do see him getting either loaned out or being sold in the next summer window, unless something drastic improvement happens. Crystal Palace, yeah, look, loan to Crystal Palace, why not? I would genuinely entertain that. Don't forget, Sancho is going to be on the way back, so minutes are not going to be that easy for Mudryk to get on the left side. Yeah, I have no issue of this player going on loan and developing elsewhere. And I truly don't have any issue if we sell him as well. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. Crystal Palace, yeah, why not? Mark Cucurella, now I'm very well in London. The family has adapted very well, and the club seems to be starting to work. In the future, I would like to return to Spain. I love how he said, and the club seems to be starting to work, because previously the club, wasn't working. Now it seems like, we've got our gears in motion at the moment. In the future, I'd like to return to Spain. Look, some people might take that negatively. I've got no issues with that. He's a Spanish international. There's no qualms about the fact that maybe one day he'd like to return back to Spain. As I said, he's a Spanish international. Most Spanish players like to do that. And his career prior to Brighton was at Getafe. So look, he's happy at Chelsea. I hope he can have a long career at Chelsea and do well, and win the Premier League with us, win some level of silverware with us, and then leave as a legend as well. Azpilicueta has gone back to Spain at Atletico Madrid and has gone back as a legend. Let's hope that Cucurella can have a stellar career at Chelsea Football Club, and one day we can look back and say, what a ride it's been. He was brought in, tumultuous situation, new ownership, manager sacked, managers getting sacked left, right, and center, personal problems, almost on the verge of getting sacked, sold. And then he's turned it around. Won the Euros with Spain as well, whilst he's been at Chelsea, and now there's no looking back. He's probably one of our most important players. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, understand Ipswich are very keen on Chelsea midfielder Carney Chukwuemeka and have inquired as to his availability. He's another player that is out of favour at Chelsea Football Club, doesn't feature in the Premier League, and features very seldom in the Conference League as well. So him going to Ipswich, I've got no problems. Ipswich, they do play some good football under Kieran McKenna. And yeah, if it's a sale, it's a sale. If it's a loan, it's a loan. I think it's time to sell him because it seems like we don't have a future for him. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in regards to Chukwuemeka perhaps going to Ipswich. I quite like that. I quite like that indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the latest that's happening at Chelsea Football Club. In terms of news, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about. Hope you've enjoyed this. Smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, take care. See ya.